about life, people and events that truly matter.
Hello, you're watching Hornbill TV's Prime Time, and now the headlines. At least 3 persons were killed and 30 others were injured in Manipur's Ukhrul district on Wednesday when 2 Naga villages clashed with each other over a dispute surrounding their boundaries. The situation between Israel and Iran has now escalated to the level of war. Iran has fired over 200 rockets at Israel, causing tensions across the entire Middle East to reach a peak. Israel has vowed to retaliate after Iran launched several waves of missile attacks at Israel on Tuesday night. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, during a security cabinet meeting, said Iran made a big mistake tonight and it will pay for it. Security has been tightened outside the Israel embassy in New Delhi following Iran's missile strikes on Israel. Intelligence sources revealed that the security measures include enhanced scrutiny of diplomats' safety. Now the news in detail. At least 3 persons were killed and 30 others were injured in Manipur's Ukhrul district on Wednesday when 2 Naga villages clashed with each other over a dispute surrounding their boundaries. According to locals, a Jawan of Manipur Rifles was among the dead. The injured were from both villages, Hunpun and Humpung. A few were rushed to the state capital, Imphal, for advanced treatment. A video circulating on social media showed a few youngsters firing the shots. The situation remained tense when reports last came in. The state government temporarily suspended internet services in the entire district. The 2 villages have been caught in the conflict for a while. 2 days ago, 4 houses were damaged in an attack in one of the villages, further flaring up the tension. Sensing trouble, the district authorities imposed prohibitory orders under Section 163 BNSS on Wednesday morning, restricting the movement of people outside their residences. Meanwhile, the Tangkhul Shanao Long sought the intervention of all women, especially those from Hunpun and Hungpung villages, for peace. The Tangkhul Baptist Churches Association also appealed for peace. In view of the prevailing law and order situation in Ukhrul district of Manipur, with reported casualties, incidents of violence including exchange of firing, with apprehension that some antisocial elements might use social media extensively for transmission of images, hate speech and hate video messages, the internet service has been suspended in Ukhrul district. To ensure communal harmony, the government has invoked Rule 2 of the Temporary Suspension of Telecom Services, Rules 2017. The move aims to curb the spread of misinformation, false rumors and the mobilization of agitators via platforms such as WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and others. As of 1:20 p.m. on October 2nd, a 1-day suspension of internet and mobile data services, including VSATs, broadband and VPNs, has been enforced across Ukhrul district. Exemptions have been made for essential services, including certain lease lines and FTTH connections for the district commissioner and superintendent of police offices, with additional exemptions granted by the state government on a case-by-case basis. The order was issued ex parte in light of the urgency and will be reviewed within 24 hours. Any individuals found violating this order will face legal consequences. The Naga Students' Union, Bangalore, commemorated its 55th annual Freshers' Meet at St. Joseph's University Auditorium, Bangalore, under the theme Nagas with a Purpose, Fostering the Culture of Giving Back. The event saw a turnout of over 1,500 attendees, including more than 150 freshers, along with dignitaries and representatives from various student organizations. Minister of Tourism and Higher Education, Nagaland Tamjanimnalong, graced the occasion and addressed the gathering, stressing on the importance of education and unity among the Naga community. Guest of honor Sarah Fatima, Deputy Commissioner of Police, Karnataka, spoke about overcoming language barriers and urged the Naga students to positively contribute to the wider community. Let's have a look at the program.
Today, we celebrate this day with the theme, Nagas with a Purpose, Fostering the Culture of Giving Back. It is time for us to stand firm with our purpose, one struggle, one goal, as individual, as community, and as Nagas.
Many a times, when you leave your home and you come to a new place, especially for the freshers, you may have a lot of doubts, you may have a lot of fears, you may have a lot of apprehensions. But remember, one thing for certain, no matter the chaos amongst our people are one. Our God is one. And the blessings and the prayers of your family, your loved ones, your mother, your father, your brothers and sisters, and your people are with you in the corners of Bengaluru city. Wherever you may be, remember that our God will bless you if your efforts are genuine, if your heart is genuine, and if you want to do well, not only for you, but for our people. One or the other day, I'm going to be here with my officers. I will try to meet as much as possible with all of you. Brilliantio Festival is also there, starting from today. I'll be there.
We'll be right back after a short break, so stay tuned for more news.
What you see, what you hear makes a difference. Correct information about HIV helps you make better decisions.
Welcome back. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh on Wednesday slammed Rahul Gandhi for his comment on the Agnipath scheme and said that he is trying to mislead the people unnecessarily. He also clarified about Agnipath's scheme by saying that Agniveer is provided a one-time package of around Rs 12 lakhs, tax-free after 4 years of service. Government has also signed MOU with different banks under this insurance compensation between Rs 50 lakhs to Rs 1 crore, which is provided. 25% of the Agniveers will continue as regular in the armed forces on the basis of merit. Several states like Haryana, UP, Rajasthan, Odisha, Assam, MP, Chhattisgarh, Arunachal Pradesh, Gujarat, Uttarakhand and Goa have announced reservation for the remaining Agniveers in government jobs.
यह अनावश्यक लोगों को गुमराह करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं राहुल गांधी जी, और मैं स्पष्ट कर देना चाहता हूं कि हरियाणा की जनता के सामने आज मैं अग्निवीर से जुड़े कई भ्रम इन लोगों ने पैदा किए हैं, उसको स्पष्ट करना चाहता हूं आपके एनआई के माध्यम से। दुनिया में जो माहौल है उसको देखते हुए भारतीय सेना में नए और जोशीले जवानों की जरूरत लंबे समय से महसूस की जा रही थी, और अलग अलग देशों जैसे अमेरिका है, ब्रिटेन है, फ्रांस है, रूस है, इजराइल है, चीन है, इन सभी में आर्म्ड फोर्सेज में शॉर्ट टर्म इंगेजमेंट्स माने थोड़े समय के लिए, कहीं 2 साल है, कहीं 3 साल है, कहीं 4 साल है, ऐसे शॉर्ट टर्म इंगेजमेंट्स के लिए सैनिकों की भर्ती के लिए अलग अलग प्रोविजन है। भारत में सेनाओं के सभी अंगों की सहमति के बाद अग्निपथ यह स्कीम प्रारंभ की गई है। कांग्रेस नेता देश भर में झूठ फैला रहे हैं कि अग्निवीरों को सेवा से हटने के बाद आमदनी के लिए दर दर भटकना पड़ेगा, जबकि सच्चाई यह है कि हर अग्निवीर को 4 वर्षों के इंगेजमेंट पीरियड के पश्चात एक वन टाइम सेवा निधि पैकेज भी दिया जाता है। वो लगभग 12 लाख के आसपास है, और यह राशि पूरी तरह से इनकम टैक्स से फ्री होती है। जितने भी अग्निवीरों को सेना में शामिल किया जा रहा है उनमें से 25% अग्निवीर मेरिट के आधार पर सेना में रेगुलर होकर कंटिन्यू करेंगे। बाकी बचे अग्निवीरों के लिए हरियाणा, उत्तर प्रदेश, राजस्थान, उड़ीसा, असम, मध्य प्रदेश, उत्तराखंड, छत्तीसगढ़, अरुणाचल प्रदेश, गुजरात और गोवा जैसे कई राज्य सरकारों ने सरकारी नौकरियों में आरक्षण की स्पष्ट रूप से घोषणा की है। इसके अतिरिक्त पब्लिक सेक्टर अंडरटेकिंग्स में और पैरामिलिट्री फोर्सेज में माने कई ऐसे हैं क्षेत्र जिनमें की रिजर्वेशन का प्रोविजन किया गया है। अब इस बार हरियाणा के अग्निवीरों के लिए भाजपा ने अपने संकल्प पत्र में साफ किया है कि ये हर अग्निवीर को सरकारी नौकरी दी जाएगी, और यह साफ बताता है कि यह अग्निवीर ये हम सबके परिवार की तरह हैं। और मैं यह भी स्पष्ट करना चाहता हूं कि कांग्रेस के नेताओं ने पूरे देश में एक बड़ा झूठ बोला कि मिलिट्री में सेवा के दौरान यदि अग्निवीर की मृत्यु हो जाती है तो उसके परिवार को कुछ नहीं मिलता। सरासर झूठ। यह खड़ा झूठ बोलने का इससे बड़ा उदाहरण मैंने अपने जीवन में नहीं देखा है। यदि किसी अग्निवीर की एक्टिव मिलिट्री सर्विस में दुर्भाग्य से मृत्यु हो जाती है तो उसके परिवार को 1.5 करोड़ रुपए से अधिक की धनराशि दिए जाने का प्राविधान भी किया गया है। और इतना ही नहीं, सेवा निधि पैकेज के अंतर्गत जो लगभग 12 लाख रुपया दिया जाएगा वह दिया जाएगा। इसके अतिरिक्त भी 44 लाख रुपए का एक्स ग्रेशिया पेमेंट है। उसके अतिरिक्त भी 48 लाख ये बैंक के माध्यम से होगा, लेकिन उसमें प्रीमियम नहीं देना होगा। इसके साथ ही सरकार ने अलग अलग बैंकों के साथ एक एमओयू भी किया है, जिसके अंतर्गत 50 लाख से 1 करोड़ तक का इंश्योरेंस कंपनसेशन दिया जाता है। इस इंश्योरेंस के लिए भी अग्निवीरों को प्रीमियम नहीं देना होता है और भारत सरकार जोखिम को कवर करने का काम करती है तथा अपने पब्लिक फंड से बीमा राशि का भुगतान करती है। इसे कांग्रेस कहती है कि यह तो अग्निवीर के खुद के बीमा की राशि है, मगर यह एक्स ग्रेशिया पेमेंट है। 1 पैसा भी प्रीमियम हमारे अग्निवीरों को नहीं देना पड़ता है। राहुल गांधी और कांग्रेस ने अग्निवीर योजना को लेकर जिस तरीके से दुष्प्रचार किया है, उसे हिटलर के जमाने के दुष्प्रचार मंत्री गोएबल्स भी मैं समझता हूं आज यदि होते तो वह शर्मा जाते। आज गांधी जयंती के दिन हर हरियाणावासी और साथ साथ हर भारतीयवासी को मैं भरोसा देता हूं कि किसी भी अग्निवीर या सैनिक के साथ किसी भी तरीके का अन्याय नहीं होने दिया जाएगा।
सर, बस आखिरी चुनाव है हरियाणा में, 5 को इलेक्शन हो जाएंगे, तो आप आश्वासित है कि बीजेपी की सरकार में, क्योंकि
इसमें कहीं दो मत नहीं है, इसमें कहीं दो मत नहीं है। अब देखा होगा आपने बराबर जनसभाओं में कि किस प्रकार का पब्लिक का रिस्पांस प्राप्त हो रहा है और हरियाणा की जनता ने मन बना लिया है कि अब तीसरी बार भी भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार क्लियर मेजॉरिटी से बनेगी। और मैं कह सकता हूं इसके पहले जितने सीटों पर भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने विजय हासिल करके सरकार बनाई थी, उससे काफी अधिक सीटों पर विजय प्राप्त करेगी और क्लियर मेजॉरिटी के साथ भारतीय जनता पार्टी गवर्नमेंट बनाएगी।
Israel has barred United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres from entering the country, accusing him of being biased against Israel. Israeli Foreign Minister Israel Katz declared Guterres persona non grata and said the UN chief would be prevented from entering Israel for failing to unequivocally condemn Iran's missile attack on Israel. The move follows Guterres' call for a ceasefire in the Middle East without condemning Iran's missile barrage at Israel. After Iran launched dozens of ballistic missiles towards Tel Aviv, Guterres posted on X condemning the broadening of the Middle East conflict with escalation after escalation. This must stop. We absolutely need a ceasefire. On the other hand, when Israel launched what it said was a limited ground incursion in southern Lebanon, the UN chief said sovereignty and territorial integrity of Lebanon must be respected. Expressing concern with the escalation of the conflict in Lebanon and appeal for an immediate ceasefire, he said all-out war must be avoided in Lebanon at all costs, and the sovereignty and territorial integrity of Lebanon must be respected. The Israeli government has expressed frustration over Guterres' response to the ongoing hostilities. Anyone who cannot unequivocally condemn Iran's heinous attack on Israel, as nearly all the countries of the world have done, does not deserve to set foot on Israeli soil. Katz said Israel will continue to defend its citizens and uphold its national dignity without or with Antonio Guterres, he added. On Tuesday, Iran fired at least 200 missiles into Israel, escalating an already volatile situation. The attack was seen as retaliation for Israel's recent strikes on Hezbollah leaders and Iranian military officials, including Hezbollah leader Hassan Nasrallah and Revolutionary Guard General Abbas Nilforushan. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu vowed retaliation, saying Iran made a big mistake tonight and it will pay for it. Israel's military reported successfully intercepting many of the missiles, though some struck southern and central areas of the country, injuring 2 people. We'll be right back after another break, so stay tuned for more news.
Do you know how HIV is transmitted? There are 4 ways. 1. Unprotected sex with an infected person. 2. Sharing of infected needles and syringes. 3. Infected mother to child. And 4. Infected blood transfusion.
Welcome back. Highly contagious Marburg virus spread across Rwanda, resulting in over 300 infection cases and 8 deaths across the country. According to Al Jazeera, the country declared an outbreak of the virus which presently has no authorized vaccine or treatment. The virus has affected 7 out of the 30 districts in the country. Health Minister of Rwanda, Sabin Nsanzimana, said that the country is intensifying contact tracing and testing to help stop the spread. Rwandan authorities are intensifying outbreak control efforts to prevent the virus which has infected the country for the first time. WHO's Director General Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus informed on the social media platform X that the World Health Organization is scaling up its support and working with the Rwandan authorities to help stop the spread of the virus. Marburg outbreak has been reported across African countries like Tanzania, Democratic Republic of Congo, Kenya and South Africa, according to the WHO. According to the WHO's Rwanda office, emergency medical supplies are being readied to curb the virus, and a consignment of infection prevention and control supplies is being prepared for delivery to the Rwandan capital city, Kigali, in the coming days from WHO's emergency response hub in Nairobi, Kenya. The rare virus was first identified in 1967 after it caused an outbreak of disease in the laboratories across Marburg, Germany and Belgrade, Serbia, when people died after being exposed to the virus while researching on monkeys. The virus is transmitted to people from fruit bats and spreads among humans through direct contact with the bodily fluids of infected people, surfaces and materials. Security has been tightened outside the Israel embassy in New Delhi following Iran's missile strikes on Israel. Intelligence sources reveal that the security measures include enhanced scrutiny of diplomat safety, with authorities closely monitoring immigration to prevent any escalation between the two nations on Indian soil. A senior official stated that we don't want India to become a battleground in their conflict and our priority is to remain neutral. Officials have also referenced the unsolved 2023 attack on the Israeli embassy in New Delhi, which has led to heightened caution to avoid any security lapses during this sensitive situation. The Iranian mission's security has similarly been strengthened to prevent potential retaliatory attacks. Meanwhile, the Indian embassy in Tel Aviv has issued a warning to Indian nationals in Israel, advising them to stay vigilant, exercise caution, avoid unnecessary travel, and remain near safety shelters, the embassy urged, reassuring that they are in constant contact with Israeli authorities to ensure the safety of Indian citizens. Israel has vowed to retaliate after Iran launched several waves of missile attacks at Israel on Tuesday night. Hours after the Iranian strike, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, during a security cabinet meeting, said, "Iran made a big mistake tonight and it will pay for it." Earlier, Israel Defense Forces spokesman Daniel Hagari said Iran's attack is a severe and dangerous escalation. There will be consequences and they will respond wherever, whenever and however they choose in accordance with the directive of the government of Israel. Israel's rescue services reported that 2 people in Tel Aviv were lightly injured by shrapnel, noting that a building in the northern part of the city was damaged. There have been no immediate reports of fatalities in Israel yet. Israel's Airports Authority issued a statement announcing the closure of the country's airspace, with incoming flights being redirected to other countries. Due to security concerns, nearby countries of Jordan and Iraq have also announced the temporary closure of their airspace to flights and suspension of air traffic, Xinhua News reported. At least 200 ground-to-ground missiles were fired from Iran, activating sirens across the country and sending millions of residents running to shelters.
المطار راح يا ولاد راح المطار راح مطار مفاتيم راح يا رب يا ولاد مطار مفاتيم راح يا رب يا الله يا رب يا الله يا ولاد ما تدير
Iran launched a large-scale attack of over 180 ballistic missiles directly from Iranian soil at the State of Israel. There were a small number of hits in the center of Israel and some other hits in the southern Israel. The majority of the incoming missiles were intercepted by Israel and a defensive coalition led by the United States. Iran's attack is a severe and dangerous escalation. There will be consequences. Our defensive and offensive capabilities are at the highest levels of readiness. Our operational plans are ready. We will respond wherever, whenever, and however we choose, in accordance with the directive of the government of Israel. Iran and its proxies have been attacking Israel since the 7th of October on 7 fronts. Iran and its proxies seek the destruction of Israel. The Israel Defense Forces will continue doing everything necessary to defend the state of Israel and protect the people of Israel.
And that was all for this hour's bulletin. For more news and updates, stay tuned to Hornbill TV. Goodbye.
The Jawaharlal Nehru National